So Dave Chappelle must have released a new comedy special because I'm seeing clips all over the timeline of it. I haven't watched the full thing yet. I mean, truth be told, Dave Chappelle, I'm less interested in him now than I used to be. I used to think he was one of the GOATs, but I no longer believe that because he really got hung up on the whole trans thing, man. Like, it's like he got brain poisoned and could not help but fucking scream about trans people in every single special that he did, where it was like, fucking enough, we get it. You said some shit that pissed off trans people are mad at you, and now you can't let it go. And it's like, I'm sorry, you gotta let it go. You can't sound like some fucking spurned 50-something-year-old person and still maintain your, like, comedy edge. You gotta, like, just get over it, right? Well, anyway, a couple moments in this one that I wanted to play for you. So first I wanted to play his reaction to the Charlie Kirk thing. And then we'll get to, man, he shots fired at Bill Marsky. Holy shit. So let's start with this one on Charlie Kirk.
And the whites were quick to say this. They said, Charlie Kirk is this generation's Martin Luther King. No, he's not. Yeah, that's a reach. You know, they both got murdered in a terrible fashion. They both got shot in the neck, but that's about where those similarities end. Because Charlie Kirk is a motherfucking internet personality. No, by design. Fundamentally, he can't function like Dr. King. Internet niggas are negative because they have to be. Because nobody will engage them unless they say shit that makes them upset. That's Charlie Kirk. Could you imagine Dr. King was behaving like Charlie Kirk? Smash that like button and subscribe. Follow me for more content like this. I believe all black people should be free. Change my mind.
All right, he still got it. He still got a fastball. When he's not talking about trans people, he's okay. All right, ready? So then we get to this one. This is where he's like, you know what? Fuck this guy, Bill Maher. Here we go.
And Bill Maher, the famous comedian, I've known Bill since I was like 18, 19 years old, and I've never said this publicly, but fuck that guy. I'm so fucking tired of this little smug, cracker-ass commentary. These motherfuckers act like, because I did a comedy festival in Saudi Arabia, I somehow betrayed my principles. Well, no, I know I didn't. I know. No. No, let me, come on, everybody, let me do this.
Before I let the joke finish, bro, like, Bill Maher is such a target-rich environment, and you need to attack him in the context of defending you selling out for blood money to a dictator. Like, come on, man, come on. You're going to pick the one area where Bill Maher is actually correct, that you should not have gone to Saudi Arabia to take blood money from a dictator? Jesus Christ. I don't want to spoil it too much, but he actually saves the joke, believe it or not. Here we go.
No, I know I didn't. I know. No. No, let me, come on, everybody, let me do this. And I'm sure, all right, now everybody calm down. No, I'm sure I'm right. First of all, what did they say? They said, well, Saudi Arabia killed a journalist, and rest in peace, Jamal Khashoggi. I'm sorry that he got murdered in such a heinous fashion, but, and no buts, like, you know, period, and also, I mean, look, bro, Israel's killed 240 journalists in the last 3 months, so I didn't know y'all was still counting.
That's facts. Look, the fact of the matter is Bill Maher criticizing other comedians for going to Saudi Arabia, from him, it actually is a shitty criticism, because you know damn well, if they offered him $1 million or $1.5 million to go do a Tel Aviv comedy festival funded by the Israeli government, he would be there in an instant. He'd be on the next flight out that bitch to get to Tel Aviv. Like, of course he would. So that's why the criticism from Bill Maher in particular is fucking stupid. But having said that, Dave, come on, you know you were wrong on that Saudi Arabia shit. Like, who are you kidding? Just Bill. I don't know if you guys have seen this with Bill Burr. Bill Burr has literally imploded his own YouTube channel and his podcast because he sold out to Saudi Arabia. Then when he got pushback from his own most loyal fans, he called them bots and doubled down and tripled down and quadrupled down. And now you can't go to his channel and read the comment section without it being specifically about how he's a fucking sellout and he has no principles, right? And here we are. I mean, shit, we're months removed from the Saudi Arabia Comedy Festival thing, and he's still catching shit for it. And now the view counts on his podcast absolutely plummeted. Like, he actually, his whole brand was like I'm the guy who's not going to sell out. I'm the loudmouth guy from Boston who's not going to sell out. And, I'm the everyman. well, I don't know, you start looking a lot less like the everyman when you take $1.5 million from the Saudi dictatorship. And it's not even just about, like, they bring up the killing of Jamal Khashoggi. It's not just about the killing of Jamal Khashoggi. It's also, for example, about Saudi Arabia doing a genocide in Yemen, which killed what? Hundreds of thousands of innocent Muslims, Shia Muslims, who they probably consider apostates. But what about that, Dave? What about that? In the same way that I know Dave wouldn't perform in Israel, and he's right about that. Like, okay, but that's because one of the reasons is because Israel's doing a genocide in Gaza. Well, Saudi Arabia did a genocide in Yemen, and they also killed Muslims there. And, like, that didn't occur to you? That didn't occur to you? The treatment of women didn't fucking occur to you? The fact that there's no fucking free speech, and they've locked people up and killed people for criticizing the regime, that didn't fucking get through to you? Like, that doesn't matter to you? So, no, you actually did sell out your principles, too. But look, I mean, this is what comedy is now, right? This is what comedy is now. Comedy is like, they're all like fucking sensitive man babies. And like, they really got a little high on their own supply and out over their skis and didn't realize, like, part of being funny is, like, you actually have to appeal to the masses. And when the masses start to think you're a fucking sellout and you care about nothing but getting the bag, and, like, you know, there's nothing at the core of who you are. There's no, like, I'm a good person or whatever. I don't know. It's just harder to make the sell. It's harder for people to trust you and like you and want to hear what you have to say about shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, Dave's going to be fine. He's in that, like, literal top tier of comedians. So even if he gets knocked down a couple pegs from this, it doesn't mean anything. Like, there's still going to be people who watch him and support him. But I think deep down he does know. He was also a guy who was viewed as, like, he never sells out, right? I mean, that was the whole thing about he was re-upped for another season of the Chappelle Show, and they wanted to pay him like tens of millions of dollars. And he was like, you know what? I feel like I'm adding to racism against my own people. Like white people are laughing at me and not with me. And so because of that, I'm gonna fucking go to Africa and just, like, skip out on Comedy Central and tell them to go fuck themselves. And so he had that aura too of, like, I'm not buyable. You can't buy me. You can't buy my integrity. My integrity will remain intact. And so for him to sell out Saudi Arabia, it really does feel like, shit, are none of you fucking real? Are none of you real? Do none of you, like, have any fucking principles whatsoever? And by the way, don't act like this is a high standard. This is a low motherfucking bar. It's a low motherfucking bar to say just don't sell out to a government that committed a genocide and has zero rights for women and fucking kills people for criticizing it, right? That's bare minimum shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would criticize somebody from taking ad money from some sketchy company, never mind from a fucking horrifically violent dictatorship, right? It's not a high bar, but everybody seems to fail it. Everybody seems to fail it. You count the number of people who are not bought on, like, one hand or maybe two hands at most. You know what I'm saying? So just disturbing, but he is right about Maher, though. I mean, fuck that guy, Bill Maher. Totally agree with him on that. And yeah, it's a good rebuttal, right? Like, you're attacking me for going to Saudi Arabia, but you would go to a fucking Israeli comedy event, and he might pretend like he wouldn't, but that's wrong. He would. He absolutely fucking would, especially if they offered him $1 million or $1.5 million, and he would justify it and he would rationalize it, and he would say, well, I just agree with the Israeli government. Yeah, we know you do, but that's why you're a fucking barbaric, savage monster, is you don't view Palestinians and Muslims and Arabs as people, so you justify and rationalize them bombing schools and hospitals and killing probably hundreds of thousands of innocent people. So yeah, you're a piece of shit. You're a colossal piece of shit, and it's very clear. So anyway, let them fight, man. In the same way that the MAGA world is in the midst of a giant civil war, clearly the comedy world is going through some shit right now too. And usually, the dividing lines are usually like Rogan sphere comedians versus non-Rogan sphere comedians, but this is Chappelle. It's a little different. Chappelle and Maher going at it. That's like two heavy hitters going at it, so that's interesting. I hope Bill fires back. Then I hope Chappelle fires back to his fire back. And let's go round and round and round, because I'm sorry, but in the same way I like to see MAGA falling apart, I like to see the comedy world falling apart, because apparently it's just a bunch of fucking frauds. It's just a bunch of frauds. None of them ever had any fucking values whatsoever. And so, let it burn, is what I have to say.
Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.